I've got the rocker sill all cut where I'm going to weld it here on the door skin. So now I'm just going to try to fit it somehow. I'll bring it over and show you what I've got done so far. If you can see it. But I cut the whole bottom of the rocker sill right out. And then I cut all the rust off the back wall. You can see where it was welded a patch on there before. And cleaned it all up with the wire wheel on the grinder. And now I'll probably end up priming that, but and then I'm going to oil it afterwards. So what I'm going to do right now, I'll show you the inside of the door. How I've got it cleaned up there. You can see where they stopped the welder right there. On the last time they replaced the rocker sills in this truck. That was a difficult spot to get right here at the door. I didn't want to take the door off, so I kind of slipped it up. Slipped the grinding wheel up as far as I could and kind of a little bit jagged there, but anyway, we'll see what we can come up with. It's in underneath the door, there's no issues there. And then the same back here. I've got it all cut out and all cleaned up and ready for weld. So you can see where I cleaned it up a little bit, and I'm going to clean up some more there. That's just that looks a little worse in the camera than what it is. That's solid. There's nothing. It's just stained rust color. So anyway, I'm going to clean that up a little bit more, and then I'm going to prime that in there before. On the inside there, I'm going to prime all that, and I'm going to probably put a replacement patch, or going to do a patch on that section on the inside there where it's not there anymore. Before I probably put the rocker sill in, but right now what I'm going to do is I'm trying to get the rocker sill fit. So I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably tack it in with screws on the top, on this top lip. I'll probably screw the two pieces of metal together, and then once that's done, then I'll come back and I'll weld it, tack weld it, take the screws out afterwards, and then weld the holes and call it a day. And then we'll go up underneath here and we'll drill. There's a lip there, and I'll drill into that, and there's the bottom on the rocker sill, which is that edge right there that's crimped. I'll drill into that on the flat spots through that lip that I just showed you, and then I'll do a plug weld on there. So I've got half the work done pretty well. I mean, it was a fair amount of work to try to get that rocker sill out of there. And now I just got to do some repair work, and then I'll be back. I cut out a patch panel there just to kind of continue that bottom of that inside of that rocker, so we can keep it straight like that. And there's a body mount right there. That's why it's a little higher there, so I can catch on to that. Where is it? And then it kind of stops at the front a little bit. And then there's another piece that I'm going to have to put in front of it. And what I did, how I made that, was I took the top piece that I cut off this, and it already has an angle like that, so I just kind of bent it a little more like on a 90. Right now it's like kind of like a, I don't know, not quite 90, but anyway, about an 85 or something like that. So I bent it on a 90, and then I cut it down so it would fit properly in there. And now I'll weld to the top. So I'll do that first one first, and when I'm done, then I'll cut the second one and get it ready. And then once I'm done that, then I'm ready to start setting up the rocker sill and getting that in place, tacked on. So I'll tack that about every inch, and then I may leave it. I'm not sure. Probably every inch on the bottom. Maybe I might go solid at the top after, and then I'll take the kitty hair fiberglass, short strand fiberglass, go over it, just to kind of seal the joint, and then rocker guard or primer first, and then rock guard, and then I will paint it with black paint to match the truck. And I won't have to paint the whole truck to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. Or that's what I'm working on. Once this side is done, I think this is the worst side. The driver's side's not as bad. So hopefully I can get done what I need to do. Here we go. We're going to try to get the fuel tank. trying to fill in a hole that I burnt through because it's a little more rusty right there in one spot than the others. Ground on my bicycles. A little easier to ground it off. tacked on. Not the best tack job in the world, but it is tacked on. I just got to clean it up there a bit. A little harder to weld sheet metal when it's rust on it, so, but it's good and solid. I just hit it with a hammer and nothing moved, so I just got to get it kind of cleaned up and see if I can close it up some. But I'm going to stop it at that, and then I'm going to try to make this other panel. Got my patch panel done. Kind of just a remainder of that to fill again. Tack it into place if I can.
Tacked it on there, I don't know, every 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch or so, and it was sporadic spots because it's hard to weld everywhere because of the way the body was cut, and also a little bit of flakes of rust and stuff. So I'm just gonna clean that up, and then I'll see if I can give it a couple more tacks, but that's good and solid there now. So I mean, I can't pull on that. I hit it with a hammer. Everything is good and solid. So I'm going to leave that at that. And then I'm going to find out what I'm going to have to do to the top, and then I'll come back down underneath there and just see if I can clean it up and do a little better job. But it's tacked on there for now, so that'll give me what I need here. I'm going to drill holes up through my rocker cell into this, not into this, but up into my rocker cell so I can reach this, and then I'll weld backwards into the hole, make a plug, and that'll hold the bottom of the rocker cell up. And I'll do that about every inch going across there, all the way down the whole truck, the whole rocker cell. And then up top, I'll butt joint. Well, I'll butt weld. Or overlap weld, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. I'll just weld right in there. And use that lip as the welding flange. Alright. Bring you over and show you.
rock guarded the whole inside there after I cleaned it up. Welded tacks on. And now the whole inside is all cleaned up, rust free. Except for maybe rust dust. And all put back into form. So now it's got that bottom lip on that bottom and the inside of that rocker cylinder keeps it straight all the way across. You can hardly tell between that and the frame here. That's a little better. So I'm gonna just go straight across there like that, and then I'll run my rocker cylinder in there now. there, but that's a weak spot in the rocker sill there. So I'm gonna have to probably put a little patch over that. Anyway, I'll have to patch that at the same time. I tacked it here in the center, and I tacked it down there. That may or may not be a good thing. I might have to release them as I go, just to keep it from warping. Now, what I want to see is if it's going to look, I know it's hanging on the bottom, but is it going to look even straight with my doors? Seems to be nice even gap right there on the bottom. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to continue on tacking it through. And then I'm going to go underneath, and then I'm going to have to, I already got some slots cut in the bottom of that panel, so I'm going to have to weld inside the slots and tack it all up to the sill on the inside. So I'm going to stop it there, and then we'll come back.